All right. Hello, everyone, and we are back live with some more Thief Gold, and it is good to be here. Welcome, everybody. Last time, when we left off, I had reached the end of Crag's Cleft Prison, and we were about ready to kick off Mission 3. Let's jump right in and see what that is. Continue. And the man-fools piled rock on rocks and raised a treesy roof. Hammers saws tear the skin of goodsy wood, and laughs at the woodsy lord. And when learns the lord of this, he sends his beastuses to the man-fools, who attacks and hammers saws their useless fleshes, and build him a house of they rotting skins, an attributed trickster song.
I was pissed at Cuddy for a good while after the prison debacle. But hey, you can't blame him for what the Hammers did to him. So I decided to go after that horn Felix talked about. Not like I had a whole lot of choice, really. The rent is due. And my landlord's even tougher than the Hammers. The map's pretty specific about where the entrance is. Too bad it's not as clear about where the horn is. Felix did some scrounging before he left, and his notes say the horn is in the tomb of some nobles. The Quintus family. Guess I'll just have to explore. Felix, always helpful, also said that the catacombs are supposed to be haunted. I think I'll go make some inquiries about where a heretic like me can get some holy water. Always go prepared.
Sorry guys, I just never want to talk over Steven Russell. But hello dude, hello DLF, hello Headness, hello Lone Wonder. So lovely to see all of you. How are you tonight? It's good to see you. Welcome in. Down in the Bonehoard. Difficulty expert. Search through the ancient Bonehoard and procure the legendary Horn of Quintus. In addition to garnering the Horn of Quintus, find and steal the fabled gemstone, the Mystic Soul. What use do the dead have for their treasures anyhow? Relieve them of at least 2,000 worth of valuables. The Mystic Soul had a sister stone called the Mystic's Heart, also thought to be in the Bonehoard. Find it, make it yours. Once you have what you came for, get back to the surface. So on normal, everything, the mission ends when you grab the horn. On hard, you only need 1,000 and you only need the Mystic Soul. Well, let's hop right in. Okay, so we start with a rope arrow. I believe this is the first mission we've had one of those. This arrow will stick into wooden surfaces and deploy a hanging rope. Cost 200. I think this is the first time we've had holy water on this screen, I think. This vial of hammer sanctified liquid is potent protection against the undead when used on your water arrows. Everything else we've seen before, so for purchasing, let's buy all available holy water and water arrows. That will be an excellent start. We'll grab a health potion, a rope arrow, and that's everything we can afford. I'm doing really well, Lone Wonder. Thanks for asking. Things are good. Let's jump in. Alright. So, oops, wrong one. The simplified objectives are as follows. Find the Horn of Quintus, steal the gemstone, the Mystic Soul, rob the dead, need 2,000 total loot, steal the gemstone, the Mystic's Heart. Once you have what you came for, get back to the surface. So if we look at the map, we have the entrance, the Edene Wing, noble houses, probably inaccessible, the south upper vaults, there's a merchant's wing, the Alarus extension, there's a north upper vaults, holy water, question mark, the halls of echoing repose, Murad family, Hammerite crypts, and Quintus family. Alright, so here we'll make our anchor save for good old Mission 3. And let's get rolling. That zombie will stay there as long as we don't approach him. So let's let him be. That's your entrance, that rope down into that, or underneath that crypt. Don't miss the purple goblet here at the very beginning, though. And just because I'm inclined, let's check out this third crypt up here before we head inside. Nothing there. Fair enough. In we go. Uh-oh. I didn't want that to happen. That was silly. And now, of course, we have a purple goblet to go get. By 2026, we'll be exploring the Alarus extension in VR. Dare to dream, dude. I certainly feel that way. Alright, here we go. Once again, with feeling. Alright.
It's a long way down.
No doubt. Now, there's a zombie there. Zombies are extremely slow. Pretty easy to dodge if you're not trying to ghost. I'm gonna explore this one's little room. There's not really anything here, and he's very easy to get away from. We head over here. We can rather quickly make our way up here to a fresh little room with a dead thief and a campfire and some reading material. I've had enough. If Felix wants to stay and be killed, that's his business, but the pay's not good enough to keep me down here a minute more. We already lost Dranko to those damn belching Burricks, and Marcus didn't make the jump across that huge chasm. He probably drowned if he wasn't dashed to bits. I thought about looking for his body, as he was carrying some loot from a poorly guarded tomb, but it wasn't worth the risk. Then we watched Cather get filled with arrows from a clever trap in one of those great octagonal vaults. Not that I cared one whit for Cather, the bastard, but I have no intention of ending up the same way. I don't expect I'll see Felix again. He seemed sure that the Horn of Quintus was somewhere north of the vaults, but I think that was just a guess. I thought those strange X-shaped marks off that branch of the Burrick tunnels were worth investigating, but Felix said they were irrelevant. Anyway, if the traps and zombies don't get him, the Burricks will. Those tunnels were a nightmare. At least our marks were mostly still intact. I'm almost out, but I need to sleep. I think the place I found is out of the way enough that the zombies won't find me. Well, I guess we see how that worked out, don't we? Alright, technically, we're still in a spot the zombie can reach if he follows us persistently. Let's just get here. That is no longer the case. Alarus. Alright. Well, we're not going to the Alarus extension. There is a healing potion on the ground right here. So now we're in the bottom of that up room we can see. 2 ways out. Let's take this staircase first. He sounds mad. The only thing to note is this little hole in the wall with a chest behind it has a bunch of water arrows in it. How very handy. Eight water arrows. That's what was in there. Okay. Onward. We duck in here, there's a holy water font. It would be pointless to backtrack and kill the one zombie, which is about the only thing that's in range of that font. In here, do note the floor trap. You can see the receptacles that would fire arrows at us if we tripped it. And on this shelf right here is a gold vase, bringing our total of 115. That zombie will wake up if we approach him. There's nothing else in this room, so let's head down this rope. Further down. Such a thrill, isn't it? Alright, there's loot in this room. That zombie will wake up if we get too close. But with some clever leaning, we can get to that chest, get the diamond out of it, bring our total to 215. So if we head this way, that zombie will also wake up if we get close to it. So let's return to where we first climbed down the rope. This room's nice and clear. Let's explore down in the water. So let's swim right. And down and under and over. Just so I can show you where this tunnel goes. Pops us up on the other side of that zombie. Avoids getting close to him. Now we can swim back to the fork. Take the only unexplored direction over here. Creepy chimes. We got two chests, both pretty obviously trapped. That one has fire arrows. This one has a speed potion. Then over on the other side of the pool, we see a ladder to take us even further down. There's a pressure plate at the bottom that we need to be careful of. You can't not hit it, so just get out of the way. We got a rock trap, and what on earth is this, you might be saying? We're about to leave the north upper vaults. Okay. It's Burrick time. And also time for one of the most infamous moments in the entire game. This was the first moment the game actually scared me. We get off into these tunnels. So the arrow is pointing back the way we came. So from the journal we read, we can piece together that these are marks left behind by Felix's group to help them backtrack and find the way out. On the map, suddenly, there's just, where am I? We can drop this Burrick. If there's a difficulty with Burricks, it's simply that you can't move their bodies. So dropping one generally drops all of them. Ironclad, thank you so much for the resub, my friend. 31 months. That's an insanely long time. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to have your strong, silent presence supporting the stream. With the Burrick down, a compelling question, Garrett. Yeah, where am I? It's about as compelling as it gets, honestly. Okay. As there's a drop into a big gray cavern there. That's a big drop into some water. That's not the way we want to go. Come on, Burrick. I was about to say, baiting a Burrick into that tunnel and killing it there is actually pretty awesome for us. Of course, that didn't end up actually happening. Get the runner. Don't get fly bit. 2 down, 1 to go. And then this cavern will be clear. Got him. Okay. So this cavern's nice and empty now. Here's where we came in. So if we go clockwise, there's an exit here, and it's got a mark on it, or next to it. There's kind of a center intersection of tunnels. Doesn't really have anything. There's where we came in. There's a high entrance. Or high entrance, and this low exit right here. I think we should check out the exit. Actually, just kidding. So with this cave cleared out, I'm now gonna contradict myself. And I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna go ahead and take the deep dive. All the way down into that water. Here we go. And so there's a tunnel and what looks like an actual crypt. Let's check out the tomb first. You can see several floor traps. Walking diagonally is usually enough to avoid tripping them. Have a dead fellow here. Let's take his food. We got 2 cheese wedges and a loaf of bread. We have a purse, which brings my loot total to 315. We've got his papyrus. Let's read the note he left. I've decided to take the plunge. If my records are correct, there should be a stash of fire crystals in the lowest oubliette, which was sealed for centuries but has been since opened up by the Burricks. I'll need the crystals for the torches if I'm going to get the mystic soul. Very nice. Alright. Let's grab the fire arrows, being wary of the floor traps. Make our way out. Still wary of the floor traps. And And now, noting that the water pit is empty, let's head into this tunnel, the only way we can go. And let's see where it takes us. It's a long way up. But, oh look, it's this tunnel we already saw earlier. Down we go. Very nice. Alright. Okay. So, interestingly, there is an X mark. That would be the strange X-shaped marks that Felix thought were irrelevant, that our first dead thief thought were worth investigating. Fascinating, is it not? Well, we'll see which one of them is right. Here's a four-way junction. I'll go left first. Up here amongst some bones is a silver nugget. Loot total is 365. Back to the junction. Turn left again. Little hole here with several dead burricks. One wonders what happened to them. And just a heads up, this is the final branch of that four-way tunnel. So we've isolated this down to a single way forward. And we're gonna have to take out another burrick in here. So, swords out, gird your loins, here we go. Down it goes. Alright, let's climb this rope. See what's up here. What flavor popcorn am I eating? Orville Redenbacher's movie theater butter with a copious amount of salt. Alright. Another dead thief in a room full of statues. He's got some water arrows and another diary. Papyrus. It appears I was wrong about the mystic's heart, and I will die for my mistake. The ancient tablet I found said that the heart would be in a room of statues whose gaze is death. But though there are statues here, it's clear to me now that this is not that place. I dare not go back down. The burricks prowl below in numbers, angered at my intrusion. Unless they leave, I will starve in this god-forsaken place. Well, that's a rough way to go, boyo. I'm sorry that happened to you. Alright, that brings us back here. We've collapsed everything down to a single way to go now. This tunnel right here. Give me just a moment. Okay. In we go. Alright, so we have a ledge here with a tunnel the thieves came through. Alternatively, we can jump across to here. Once we're here, though, it kind of behooves us. You can see a few other tunnels that we could jump to, conceivably. I suggest just falling down to the water, if you're about full exploration. There's another dead thief here, and he's got a journal to read. Felix doesn't care, but we've definitely found signs that Adolfo has been here before us. I don't know if he found that fabulous gemstone he always said was here, but if it's still here, it's worth more than the lousy horn of quintuplets or whatever the thing is called. If I'm reading the signs right, Adolfo was convinced something useful was deep down below the Burrick tunnels. Hiya, Moonshine. Welcome back. Good to see you, as always. How are you, my friend? Yeah, so we get up here. You can't get back to that ledge. You can see there are 2 Burricks in the tunnels we can reach. Oops. I don't want to fall and climb again. Now, there's really no need to try and kill these Burricks. They'll explore their tunnels for the sake of thoroughness. Just make sure we cover all the branches. So that takes us back here. Now, effectively, the only way to go to actually get anywhere is this way. Through the red tunnel here. And we find our way in. Alright, here we go. You can hear many, many zombies up above us. Drop in. So I'm going to come back and loot this place after I circle back to what is definitely the better entrance, but for people who are smart enough to follow the markers. But I use that term loosely because I think thoroughly exploring and reading all of the flavor text that we're offered is smart in its own way. So, we'll explore more thoroughly later. Just for now, if you fall in the Burrick tunnels, you wind up at the bottom of those stairs in the water pools. If you don't fall in the Burrick tunnels,
Tombs with piped-in music. How classy.
Moonshine, this is probably one of my very favorite games of all time. Certainly top 3, and I'm having a blast so far. Thanks for asking. So, this is where that ledge leads if we don't fall down. Right through here. Let's get some holy water out, start baiting out some zombies. We're just gonna thin the herd and kill as many zombies as we can as soon as we see one. This entrance hall right here is currently unoccupied. How about that? Alright, here we go. Now this room, I like to kill the ones that are sitting there because we got to get to the loot that's past them anyway. So, here, buddy. Hiya. And the noise they all make dying should attract many of the rest of them right to me, which is kind of the idea. Alright. I hear a lot of noise. I can't tell exactly where they are. There we go. Hi, fellas. Splash damage! Hello. Now that might be pretty much all of them. It's close if it isn't. Hi, Dumbaratu. You must also be a fan of Thief. Yes, I'm always pretty darn thorough. It's kind of my ethos for all the games I play, but particularly Thief. It's just so good. Now that we've thinned the herd of zombies, we should be able to properly explore everything. So the Halls of Echoing Repose, they actually kind of look like they do on the map. It's this series of big columnar rooms. A lot of verticality, but you can kind of separate the chambers out that way. They're all this sort of octagonal shape. So, where we came in from the Berg tunnels, the room's empty. If we go into the second one here, you can see this kind of four-way intersection here. Not much of real value in there, but there is, right here on the ground, a golden bone. That's definitely a curious thing to find. All right. Let's check out this room, the one that had a trap in it. I'll go ahead and use another holy water. Make that room safe to explore. Before I go in there, I'm gonna do a little sprint out here just to find and kill anyone who might still be moving before my holy water runs down. Or even if they aren't moving. All right. By this point, I should have the actual number of zombies memorized. I don't, of course. And anyway, let's duck into this room now. We already triggered the trap, we already moved the boulders. Here are a couple more boulders, behind which is a gold vase, bringing our loot total to 465. Very nice. So in this room, where we killed the 4 zombies, there's a purple vase, brings our total to 565, and there is a second one of these golden bones. How interesting. Alrighty. Back to it. So here's the room where we... our sort of alternate entrance. There's a silver nugget on the ledge there. Brings our total to 615. Now let's duck down here. There are a few things to pick up in the water. Most significantly, floating in this second well right here is a third golden bone. And there's a water arrow resting on that ledge. And here, of course, is where you come in if you do fall in the Burrick tunnels. It's always more than you remember. Yeah, the fire trap is nice. It's, particularly if you're trying to conserve resources. I have certainly played that way many, many times, as longer-term viewers of this channel can attest to. I'm trying to be a bit more stream-friendly, rather than try to bait zombies. I rather famously, in my first YouTube playthrough of this game, actually did like the 12-hour wait in Crag's Cleft to successfully ghost the Hammer Novice. Okay. So through here, there's a narrow bridge. You can see a ladder with a trap in the very center of the bridge. If we climb up to the top of the ladder, there is a green vase to grab. Loot total 665. Blacktails, it's not quite vanilla. It's got, I mean, it's pretty close, but it's Thief Gold. It's the gold version, and it has, I have the latest version of T-Fix installed. So it imports the Thief 2 textures and everything, along with a few quality of life upgrades, like, food having the 1 in 3 heal chance and everything. As this room's empty, but it's the upper level of the room that we entered through. There's a ramp up to level 2. We'll do that later. Between here, traps going off, and here is another dead thief. He's got a loaf of bread and a journal. I'm so close. I hears the sound of the horn echoing all around. That coward Sutter, he left me an hour ago after Cather blundered into a trap, but you can bet I'll be finding the prize on my own. It seems that I'm not the first grave robber to muck about in these halls. The infamous Adolfo was down here, probably after one of the richer but heavily awarded treasures. It looks like he failed, the poor bugger. This part of the tombs is filled with traps, and there's no way I'm plundering some of these crypts. But the horn's gonna be mine, I know it. If the rumors are true, the sound of the horn should be keeping any local Burricks happy and peaceful-like, with no thoughts of bothering old Felix. My only trouble now be my dwindling supply of holy water. I thought there would be a font in this area, but I'm blasted if I can find it, and the dead seem to be getting restless about something. Alright. Okay, so we have pretty much cleared out the entire first level. I think the only room we haven't gone into is this one. That one will wake up, but it's pretty easy to give it a wide berth. I'm trying to remember. So 2 of these ladders extend all the way up to the second level. 2 do not. At the top of this one, which is apparently the western one, there's a gold goblet, loot total 690. Let's see here. Yeah, Blacktails, you should definitely give gold a try. Yeah, Blacktails, install the GOG version, and then I recommend going to ttlg.com. TTLG stands for Through the Looking Glass. Most Thief fans are familiar with it, maybe you are too. They have the relevant fan-made patches to get it looking nice and supporting all of the bells and whistles of modern machines. BD, Shazza. What do you mean by BD? Ordinarily that stands for business development. Am I advertising Thief? Perhaps I am. I'm always very happy to advertise this game. Okay, so this is where I make my climb into level 2, up one of these ladders. Do beware the fireball trap. Fortunately, it fires slowly, repetitively, and rather stupidly. You can see there's nothing in the higher levels of this room. So let's just wait for an opening with the fire trap and make our way out. And you can see we are now also literally right at the top of the ramp that we saw that we could also have taken. I'm trying to decide what to use here. I want to take this guy out. I'll just use a fire arrow on him. That'll do the job. Now this path is open, for what it's worth. Okay. So, Dunbaratu earlier mentioned the fire trap. The way to kill the zombies is tedious and grindy, but if you want to kill them without using any ammunition, you can bait all the zombies from the first level all the way up this ramp and over to here, and just bait them into getting smacked by the fireballs. And you can kill them all that way, if you're feeling patient and thorough. Hey, Wine Milf, how are you? Welcome back. It's good to see you as always. Okay. First things first. Well, you can tackle these things in many different orders. I don't know why I say first, but I am going after the Mystic's Heart first. So, climb to the top of that ladder just outside the fireball room. There's a Burrick in that hallway that normally doesn't see you unless you get close to him. I wonder why he's so agitated. Oh well. His funeral. Take him out. Oh, wisdom tooth surgery. I had that done when I was 18. Enormous pain in the ass. I'm glad you're hanging in there. That's rough. Also, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Papa Smurf. I really appreciate that. Papa Smurf, please, enjoy your new emote. It's my face, with a skeptical raised eyebrow. Thank you, Milf, I appreciate that. Welcome to the sub club, Papa Smurf. Alright, that Burrick down. These symmetrical ramps don't have anything. There's nothing inside the Burrick's room either. Let's head through here. This is quite the trap gauntlet. Go behind that. This is a safe spot as well. Pause here, do a quick save. This is the toughest spot, or the toughest step in this particular descent. We have to make the jump from here over to that narrow little beam. Then we kind of have to rush to avoid getting smacked. But I've done it a few times. Alright, we made it down. Pew, 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 pew. A mutant mouth with extra wisdom teeth. Oh my god. He upon whom the gaze of the guardians falls, he shall be destroyed. Well, it seems like we have found the room of statues whose gaze is death. So you can see the statues each have like a pointing arrow on their pedestal that coincides with which way they're facing. So we have to use the pillars in this room to walk the correct path to avoid crossing the line of sight of any of the statues. It's easier than it looks. Just gotta be real careful to thread that last needle. Then we get to this room, where one of the scariest enemies ever in any video game, for my money, makes its first appearance. Y'all ready for a hammer haunt? Here it comes. It's the sound, if you're wondering what's scary. I'm gonna go sneak up behind it.
Join us now.
Flames, flames, nothing but flames, nothing but flames. I don't think we need to leave this thing alive. You'd have done that objective in return without them telling you to. Yeah, I'm taking full advantage of the fact I'm not ghosting this playthrough. I creep up on this guy and I want to make him truly dead. There we go. And there is the Mystic's Heart. Objective complete. Loot total 1,690, and we have completed. Steal the gemstone, the Mystic's Heart. Very good. Now walk into this weird little white booth and wham! We're teleported back to the top. Instantly. Let's head over here. Return down the ladder that brought us up here. Deader than dead. A Zelda fan might even say, re-dead. Alright. Down this ladder. Okay, so there are two possible paths here. There's this way, to what I'll identify as the wooden ramp. I'm gonna go the other way first. So left from the top of this ramp, or right out of the fireball trap room. Whatever you prefer. Brings us here. Let's jump over into this little side passage. You don't really need a rope arrow, but why not? Retrieve your rope arrow, since we can do that. And, hey, we have found the Marad tombs. There's almost nothing here. One purple goblet. Loot total 1,705. this jump. We'll go up to the top of this level. More pew pew. These are easy to dodge. Just have to hug the outer wall. And it looks like we are going back into Burrick tunnels. Funky Chicken, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in, friend. It's so good to have you. Alright. So these big Burrick tunnels. As Felix's journal suggested, the music has soothed them. They're currently non-hostile. However, there are a lot of them, as you can also see. You thought they were bugged? Somebody wasn't reading the journals. Alright, so you can see they're close to 10 Burricks in these tunnels, I think. Something like that. So you want to plan your escape route, because obviously when we take the horn, they turn hostile. 10 is too many to fight, no matter how good you are at this game. So, here's where we need to get to. This side is a non-starter. That one's directly in the way. That's dangerous, so we want to come out this way. Find our way behind this guy. There are two facing us here. But this part over here, we have one here and two here that are over here on the right. We have a nice empty tunnel. If we cut through here, then turn left here. These guys will see us, but when we get to here, we can sprint over to here and get to the exit tunnel. So that's gonna be our escape route. Mapped it out for us in advance. Here we are, Quintus.
Good thing I'm not afraid of heights.
No doubt, Garrett. Start climbing. Oh, that makes sense, Lemming. I might try that. We'll see. The next ladder is here. Hard to see, blends into the wall. And we fail. Because, what's the deadliest enemy in the Dark Engine? The ladder. Always has been, always will be. PTSD from this room. For that very reason, no doubt. And there's the horn.
Horn of Quintus, I presume.
And there it is. Find the Horn of Quintus. The music has stopped. The Burricks are not friendly anymore. So you can hop down these ledges to get started. I think you can actually skip down these as well without having to find the ladder. Yep. And once we're back at the bottom... Okay. Time for the escape we planned. Excuse me. Let's cut right to the empty cavern. Try not to make a bunch of noise. Here they come. But it doesn't matter. We're already at the exit. Shaboomy, look at us go. Boom, boom, boom. See you later, Burricks. We made it. If you want to check out over here, you can. As you can see, it's empty. Down the ramp we go. So we can jump over here. I think there's a contiguous way to get over there, I think. Don't forget about the wooden ramp we saw earlier. Yes, this is a way further up. That's actually the last place we're gonna go. That's how we get out. Let's go back over here. Where I torch that zombie. Over here. Down through here. Let's explore down here first. Actually, let's not. Let me explore up the wooden ramp first, because this nicely syncs up a couple of paths. You can see this is where we could have jumped over from the Horn of Quintus Tower. Oh no. That was asinine. Well, having found nothing else, we'll just go ahead and take the jump. But everything's syncing up now. So we head up here. I don't think there's anything up here on this difficulty. Nope. Just a pointless little ladder, but there you go. There it is. All right. I think that actually just leaves us with 3 paths. So let's check out the hammer crypts first. Don't worry about the tile floor, this room's empty. But do worry about the floor traps. Don't step on the big, well-lit hammer. So circle around this room. There's a purple goblet on each of these 3 crypts. At 15 a pop, that'll bring our loot total to 1750. Then there's a ladder. There are ladders down over here, along with a handy holy water font. There's a big, conspicuous-looking open grave here with 2 more golden bones next to it. That's a pretty good signal that this is where we should dump in the 5 golden bones. So let's do that and see what we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we get a gift. 2 fire arrows. A holy water. 2 more fire arrows. And some water arrows to boot. Let's climb back up and out of the hammer crypts. Alright. Let's see about this room. This is an enemy that's only present in Thief Gold. We call him the Fire Shadow. He's an immense pain in the ass. You can make him very temporarily disappear by shooting him with water arrows. What I like to do is bait him right into the center of the hammer trap. You can get him trapped in the middle of the hammer trap. If you're really lucky, you can get him to stumble off the edge to the lower level where the big grave is. And if you pull that off, he's gone for good. I probably can't do that. I'm not sure what happened to him. I do know he's not in my way anymore. Alright, so we were told we would need fire arrows to get the Mystic Soul. Here we have 5 unlit torches above a sealed trapdoor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fire arrows. The trapdoor opens, zip through the tunnel, because that was more or less as many zombies as it sounded like it was. All right. So, there are lots of different ways to get the Mystic Soul. You can see the pressure traps in front of the stairs. What's less clear while you're looking at it, the stairs themselves are also pretty thoroughly trapped. Simplest thing to do is to just jump to one of the banisters from out here. Like so. And run up to the top. You can see receptacles here too. And that, if you've been paying attention, you know that's a pressure plate pattern. So you gotta go full Indiana Jones here. Pick up the skull. Place it on the pressure plate. On the pressure plate, not on the gemstone. There you go. Once you have another weight on the pressure plate, you're clear to pick up the Mystic Soul. Loot total 2,250, which clears 2 objectives. Steal the gemstone, the Mystic Soul, and rob the dead need 2,000 total loot. So all that's really left is to leave. There are, however, 2 more pieces of loot to find before we do. Let's head up here. He seems to have found his way back. That's alright. All we're doing is jumping down and running. Run away! Run away! The immortal words of King Arthur and his knights in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Run away! Alright, once we get back here, we're in the home stretch. Not out of danger. We are in the home stretch. Alright, so if we go straight ahead here, work our way up. On this last sort of tower, we've got an exit here or one more ramp. Take the last ramp for now. One tunnel. These are the last 2 tunnels to explore. We're gonna do the upper one first. sink a rope arrow in order to get down a level.
Stay away from my face, thief, or you'll be sorry.
Oh yeah. So there's rope arrows in the chest behind the pillar. You can see there are gemstones in the eyes of the face. His mouth is the trap. It's a lot simpler than it seems. You just gotta lean in from the side and get the gems that way. That's $23.50. And $24.50 makes the final piece of loot. So now we can head up here, grab the rope arrow, zoom on down to the final tunnel we haven't explored yet. And just follow it. There's technically one little split here, but it's not much of one. Takes you here regardless. And all funnels you into this little vent, which turns out to be an exit to the surface. Here we go. Objective complete. Once you have what you came for, get back to the surface. Everything's done. Check our stats. 2450 out of 2450 loot. Let's go ahead and move on. The ancient corruption was again contained. To do more would have upset the balance, but we knew to remain ever vigilant lest it resurface. Neither the hammers nor the pagans could be trusted not to meddle. Keeper Annals.
I had some money to spare after disposing of the horn, so it seemed time to invest in some new tools. Farkas is one of the few merchants willing to risk selling to an independent like me, and his prices are steep. But the other choice is to let one of the so-called city wardens give me orders, and take a cut of my profits. They've been after me for years to join one of their stables, but I'm not interested. Maybe they'll get the idea and give up. More likely, they'll just ramp up the threats. Nothing I can't handle if I'm careful. And lucky. And my luck seems to have finally turned for the better.
I love this game's. What I really love is the cutscene style of this game, with the I don't know, that static, stylized black and white drawing with the voiceovers over it. It's like a really cool graphic novel. All right, Assassins, difficulty expert. Now that you've got the finest in lockpicks, you can go after more challenging and lucrative targets. How about the local hammer temple? Get at least 1,000 loot. A true professional doesn't leave a mess, don't kill anyone. The only difference at this stage is the don't kill anyone objective. Okay, lockpicking instructions. Since selling thief tools with no instructions can produce angry thieves, Farkas provides a brief owner's manual for his wares. Lockpicks. These tools will let you unlock most locks with a little work. Cost 4,000 for the pair. Alright. So, buy all the water arrows. Always a sensible choice. Let's buy... Oh, fire arrows are new on this screen. This arrow will explode on impact, damaging its target and setting burnables such as torches on fire. It does not arc in flight, so aim on the top of the bow sight. We won't have any need for that, but we will need moss arrows. Let's buy everything we can. Then, the most sensible thing is healing potions. And then 6 broadheads just to burn the rest of the cash. There we go. There's our moment 0 save. Loot the Hammer Temple for at least 1,000 and don't kill anyone. Let's look at our map. Oh, look, it's a map of the actual city. We're here in Newmarket. To the west is Hightown. North and east is Old Quarter. East is downtown. Southeast is, apparently, our home turf. Okay, here we go. Some things are going to happen quickly as soon as I take a step. And I'm not really going to spoil a game that's this old. But we have to track the guys who try to kill us, and there's a clock ticking, so I'm going to move faster than I usually do, sans a lot of the explanation, just so I can keep up with them and not fail the mission. So here we go.
That shot was meant for me.
Yes, I'm sure it was Garrett in the window. He's dead. Let's head back now.
These creeps are gonna lead me right back to whoever sent them to kill me.
New objectives. So we have canceled Loot the Hammer Temple for at least 1,000. New objective is trail the thugs who just tried to assassinate you without being detected. Don't kill anyone. His Headness, I like, this is in the middle for me. Granted, my tastes are different. I like the bigger, weirder missions. But, I will fight anyone who says the sword isn't the best mission in this game. The sword is incredible. I also really like The Lost City. I really like Return to the Cathedral. Alright, so we're gonna loot Farkas' shop. I'm just gonna kind of shout out the things we find as we go.
But only if I can tail them
Loaf of
without
bread,
them noticing.
flash bomb, fire arrow, fire arrow, fire arrow, 2 waters, 2 moss, 2 noisemaker, 3 broadhead, 2 more flash bombs. Sorry, Farkas, that really sucks. So we gotta run out to the street, get the guys in sight. So yeah, it's these 2 thieves, well, thief-looking guys, who tried to kill us. So we gotta tail them without being spotted. Alright, let's follow these guys. They're not very hard to tail, even on expert. Just don't get too close. Be careful crossing the metal bridge. I was hoping they'd turn left. Alas, we're gonna have to tail them pretty far. It's alright though. It's much harder if they turn right. The good news is, we're allowed to be on the city streets, so we don't need to worry about hiding from anyone besides them. Good, Shadow. Another big metal thing.
I heard someone back there.
You hear someone?
Great.
Nothing there now.
It's hard to be quiet on this, because our usual pattern is messed up by it being such a steep downhill, but we do what we can. There they still are. Sorry about that. I just tried to breathe the dog hair. Do not recommend. Hello. There's no one following you. Relax. Hello, boys. Uh-oh. Line of sight, baby.
Nothing now.
Totally not suspicious. Yeah, no. Nothing to see here, City Watch. We're getting close now. Oh yeah, well, no, I'll do this first.
Don't see anything now.
More metal. Cross it as quietly as we can.
Someone behind
Following
us.
us?
Nothing there now. Here we go.
So, these are Ramirez's boys. I think it's time I dealt with Mr. Ramirez once and for all.
There we go. So we've completed the objective to trail the thugs who just tried to assassinate you without being detected. Time to show Ramirez who the real criminal mastermind is. Break into his mansion and take what he values most, his wealth. The purse from his belt should make the point. Loot the mansion for valuables, you need at least 2,000 worth. Locate his prized silver fire poker, it's worth quite a bit. get out of the mansion and don't kill anyone. One thing that's also worth noting at the outset is that if an alarm sounds while we're in the mansion, we will have an additional objective when we get out. We will have to navigate back through the city again, crawling with Ramirez's guards, and escape all the way to our home turf. We do not have to complete that objective if we never get spotted. So we do have a basic map of the Ramirez mansion. Not much regarding rooms. You just kind of see the layout. It's this funky rectangle shape with the little turrets on the front. Gatehouse and main entrance, guards, 2 floors and a basement.
Yorick tells me the hammers are gonna close down Craig's Bluff.
Yeah, he's tapping you. Where are they gonna put the poor saps they grab?
Dunno. Toss them into a well or something. Anyhow, they just don't have enough guys no more.
Kinda sad. Used to be the power. Now they're just a bunch of guys wishing for the old days.
Send these guys to sleep. Well, one of them anyway.
Will you quit making noise? Did that shadow move? I think I heard something.
So there are a lot of guards out in the kind of courtyard zone. It's worth taking out as many as possible. Make a pile and use it as makeshift cover. I like the way you think, Blacktails. Here they come.
Nothing to be seen now. What's going on over there? Come back here and fight!
I think he didn't like the noise of me running on the gravel.
When I find you, you'll regret it!
And he's on pretty high alert.
Come out here, I dare you!
Doesn't matter, we should be able to wait for him to settle. There he goes.
When I find...
Have a nap. And you too. Perfect. What's the one that's in the quote scroll in the tutorial? It may be that he finds the sound of the arrow entering his body slightly suspicious.
Someone making noise?
Nice. I was hoping I could catch him before he turned around. Greatly simplify things. So we could, in theory, go in through that inner courtyard there in the back. I choose not to do so. Now from over here you can see a moat of sorts that allows us to essentially complete the square. there's still one more guard up there.
Stop jumping at nothing. Who goes there?
But as you can see, we're back here now.
Don't see anything now.
Alright, so let's go to the upper level where that last guard is, just so we can deal with him. That ought to be pretty much everybody. Once he's down. Which is coming soon. Have a nap, buddy. Alright, the courtyard should now be clear. Now, in a wild twist you don't see very often, I'm gonna head right for the front entrance. I need to douse both these torches.
Something there.
And before I forget again, let's read our lockpicking instructions. Lockpick instruction manual. To use a lockpick, use and hold it on a locked door for a few seconds. The handle of the door will move slowly to the open position, and you'll hear a continuous clicking until the handle turns and the door pops open. If you hear only a single short click, try using the other lockpick. If the handle jiggles but ends up only moving part of the way, you'll need to switch lockpicks and continue picking the door. You may need to switch picks more than once. If neither lockpick works, it means that the lock cannot be picked and it's time to go find the key. Note that you must be quite close to a door to pick it, closer than you need to be to open it normally. Thanks, Farkas. But this is actually unlocked.
Who's there?
Pickpocket. Sleep.
Someone there? Ah! Oh!
Darn.
Look there. See anything?
We got a basement key.
Oh well. Don't know what it was.
And a courtyard key. We've immediately found our first two pickpockets. Nice work. Now here's the inner courtyard. We could have gone there this way. Grab the food, an apple, a cheese wedge, and a papyrus. Mina, dear, it's not as bad as it seems. The sir isn't so harsh if you learn his habits. When he's upstairs, like the library, cosset him with tea and cakes and chat of the household doings. When he's in the cellar with his gold, though, don't dare bother him lest he rings for you, and then hop to it like the tricksters on your tail. Lissy. Alright. So there are 1, 2, 3 other entrances to this courtyard. Big empty tile art gallery.
I hear Grand Malden is gonna put in some hammer-built security.
With the gears and blades and all?
Yeah.
Big mistakes. Come home, forgot to pull the lever. then the missus gets chopped to bits.
That'd teach him.
Not to mention 2 guys with swords not getting paid no more.
Alright. So this is a trophy room. We heard 2 guards in here. I'm gonna save just to tour the room and then leave.
Did you see that too?
Was that you?
Intruder! We've got a prowler over there!
Help! Together, we can take him!
So there's no really good way to deal with those guys. I mean, I guess there might be. Hang on. Actually, let me see if I can figure a good way to bait them out of there. Because I'm pretty sure that this actually goes into their room as well.
Something there.
Over there!
Don't see anything now.
Here they come.
Come out and fight me!
Don't make me come find you.
I'll find you. Damn you.
Just make one little noise.
Hold!
I was gonna say.
Don't think you can hide for long!
Don't make me come find you.
Nappy naps all around. Well, good. Now we can explore the trophy room. Two other exits or entrances, depending where your head is. Stairs up. Guard. Wait for him to patrol over and deal with him.
Hey, this isn't supposed to look this way.
He's mad that I left the door open. The good news is he doesn't get that mad. He has another copy of the courtyard key. He's actually the one I was looking for. We were just kind of exploring those pointless rooms while we waited. So I'm going to leave the outer rooms alone for a moment. We're going to explore the rest of kind of the inside of this hallway. That's the last exit from the trophy room. There's another way up the stairs. You can also go down. And this is another way outside. The one thing I definitely overlooked is this tower here. There's not a whole lot in here we actually need, but there is one flash bomb and 2 landmines. Let's head back inside, the same way we just came out. Now let's check out these outer rooms. I still want to stay on this floor. You can see plenty of guards looking this way.
Did you see someone over there? Hey, what was that? Must have been nothing.
5 guards in here, including our buddies from outside, who first tried to kill us. If we're surgical and intentional about this. Hi Thanos. No, I'm not using...
What's going on? I saw some there.
I am not using that mod. The only thing I have...
Peaceful enough now.
This is the GOG version of Thief Gold, and I have T-Fix 127 installed. But that's it.
Did you see something over there? Just the wind, I guess.
Alright, we got 4 guards left in here. And what I can't remember is if I can get this guy right now or not.
Who's that there?
Is that you, Kevin?
Identify yourself!
Oh well, too many imaginings.
Yeah, he saw me. Well,
Someone there?
Seems peaceful enough now.
There now.
the guy across the room saw me that time. And that time we're good. Yeah, I think it looks great. Alrighty. Oh no.
Is someone there?
Help! There's someone in here!
That guy's... Should have paid more attention.
Who's there? Hello?
Well, there's another
Don't know
basement
what
key.
it was, and it's gone now.
Oh well.
We may have to do the home turf objective. I'm just not sure.
What's
Who's that?
That basement key was our 4th pickpocket.
What was that there? I
Thought I saw something.
Who knows what it was?
Oh well.
I think we need to try to bait these two over here.
What's that? Hey, is someone in here?
Of course not. Relax.
See anything now?
Glad it was nothing. Is that you, Kevel?
Ah, Thanos, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. I'm glad we'll be seeing more of you. Welcome to the stream. My name's Travis. You can call me Travis or Tarvis, depending on whether you like Twitch handles or real names. I'm happy with either. I do, I think I describe... I think I have...
That.
I think at this point I actually do have this written down in the About
I don't know
section,
what
but
that was.
I kind of do a rotation on this channel of streaming Diablo games, Thief games, and the Elder Scrolls games.
Ah! Ooh, is someone over there?
There's another courtyard key in here. Alright.
Just the wind, I guess.
Got our last... Well, we got the other servant. They're done. And that allows us...
Thought I heard someone back there.
Now, if I remember, these guys are extra jumpy and we can't really knock them both out, but I'm gonna try.
Nothing there
just
now.
The same. Hey, it worked. Alright. So we put Quince and Jack out asleep. The game won't let us kill them, but we can at least club them and give Farkas that tiny measure of vengeance. Clearing out the first floor like a boss. I still haven't left this wing of the first floor, but I'm gonna do the kitchen next, where there is, in fact, another little servant to take care of. I think he's got the 5th pickpocket, too. Alright, so now we can actually explore this room, but I don't think there's anything in here besides the alarm. My thought is correct. Alright, here's the kitchen. I'm going to wait for the, I'm gonna wait for the servant to get in here. Well, why wait? I can at least shorten the wait. I hear him coming. Okay, he's close. I'll wait for him in here. He should be by soon. Yeah, no doubt, Leving. Alright. There's the 5th pickpocket. That basement key. Now we can loot the kitchen fearlessly. Alright, so we have a deer leg, 3 carrots, 3 loaves. Oh, can I not pick those up? Apparently not. Cheese wedges, 3 apples, a cucumber. Oh yeah, look, that loaf texture didn't update. And there's a note in here. Lazy slobs. If I visit with my babies and again find that they have not been fed properly, I shall take the horsewhip to the lot of you. The poor dears must be given live food. Their delicate stomachs cannot abide the smell of carrion. I am in no mood to hear of the shortages when my babies are starving. Alex, hi. Things are great. We're doing really well. How are you? Okay. So now that we've cleared out the west side of the first floor, we're going to abandon the first floor, climb up this southwest staircase to floor number 2. So here we're overlooking the front hall. And there's also a neat little perimeter here that overlooks the inner courtyard. And actually connects over, as you can see. So let's start working our way. You've been to Turin? You were in Turin? Oh, is that like a celebration trip since you finished your exams? In here, this bedroom, we've got a scroll. Lord Ramirez, the reinforced walls and steel door have been duly installed about your counting room, but I must warn you that we cannot guarantee them against Burrick tunneling. If you do not move the creatures out of the basement into a more distant area, we cannot be held responsible for the potential damages. Toll Camrick and Sons. Alright. Finally, some loot. A ring on the table, 100. Gold vase on the fireplace, 200. Empty chest, devastating. And back in here. Sorry, there we go. Next room. Another lock to pick. A green vase on top of the fireplace. Total 250. Another empty chest. Here's another way down to the first floor. I think this is the other staircase we already saw. Yeah, here we are. There is another way down to the basement. Let's actually see if this connects, if and how this connects over to the kitchen. You know me, I like closing exploration loops. Alright, that door looks significant. But as we head over here, I believe, past this lengthy series of empty rooms, we do find our way back to the kitchen. So those barrels go somewhere else. This passage goes somewhere else. Let's check it out right quick. Another entrance up here. Alright. Just bear that in mind for later. And bear the metal door in mind for later. Gotta love the sound in this game. Alright, back up to the second floor. Let's go in here and deal with the master bedroom now. I agree, Thanos. I would do that in a heartbeat. Okay. First, in the interest of closing even more exploration loops, here's another potential entrance. From the yard, we can climb up that tower where the flash bomb and landmines were, jump over to this roof, and come in through the master bedroom. First door out of the bedroom is to the bath. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 gold candlesticks, a tiara, 2 purple goblets, and a wine bottle. Our loot total is 655. In here we have 2 bottles of wine, 2 gold goblets, and a gold plate. Total 855. A purple vase on the fireplace. Total 955. And let's read this. Commissioner Denovan, I note with displeasure that again one of my tough boys has been taken to Cragscleft. May I remind you of the substantial donations I make to your office, such that I may quote, pursue business unhindered by idle scrutiny, end quote, may I remind you as well of your predecessor's unfortunate end. The rivers are so treacherous this time of year. I trust that you will attend to this, and if the hammers are too difficult for your policemen, I trust as well that you will let me know. Ramirez. That's an alarm. Don't want to do that. Directly in front of this chest is a very insidiously hidden ring. Total 1,055. The locked chest has a basement key in it. There's an empty walk-in closet here. And now, let's put out the fire in the fireplace. Duck in here. There's a gem in the corner, total 1155. And a switch, secret. Behind it is the fire poker. Loot total 1355, and we've completed. Locate his silver fire poker. It's worth quite a bit. And we also have a purse in here worth 1455, and we can see that Ramirez has spy holes into each of his guest rooms. I'm sure that's totally legit and wholesome. All right. Let's head over to the east side of the second floor now. Servants. Let's find a different approach. A less risky one. Duck, so we can dart into here.
Someone there? Oops. I guess it was nothing. Peaceful, isn't it?
Enjoy it while it lasts, friend. His fatness will be back soon to make our lives miserable again.
Where is he then? I haven't seen him tonight.
Down in the cellar again, counting his loot. I hope he stays down there all night.
Club her. Get his courtyard key. That's pickpocket number 6. Club him. And don't worry, this little room is unpatrolled and a safe place to stash their bodies. Alright. So let's begin by checking out that first room I saw. That's a stairway down to first floor east, which we have not been to yet. This chest has a speed potion inside. And then we can loot this room. 5 purple goblets, 2 gold goblets, a gold plate, and 2 bottles of wine. Our total is 1730. Time to go to the library. There's a secret passage over there. We'll check that out later. Yet another potential entrance and exit is the library balcony. The other outside tower leads into here. Library itself doesn't have too much. On the upper level, we do a little better. There are 2 gold candlesticks. Total 1830. Ring in the chest, 1930, and 2 books to read. Master Ramirez, I beg your attention. While, as you say, there is most certainly breach in the Drekboon pit, my subordinates inform me that this is due to the encroach of hammer patrols among the patrons, and that my immediate Drekboon comptroller, Ginny, has been unable to deal with the problem. Should this qualify as full breach, I must regretfully insist that the breach is on Ginny's part and not mine. I am, of course, happy to furnish all ledgers for verification. Lord Bafford. Master Vrinde, recall our previous conversation about untapped sources. Can you find any precedent on going into the walled section of the old quarter? There's all that crap about walking evil, but you know how the hammers are. 10 to 1 gets there's all sorts of property, no known heir, free for picking without even having to pay gelt for lawful overlook. Anyhow, no rush on this one. Better to look into it on the quiet rather than rile the hammers or let Raputo or Webster hear about it. Alrighty. Now, for our initial return to the first floor, we're going to take the secret passage.
I thought Quince and Jacko were on watch tonight.
The boss sent them on a special errand. Some fellow he wants dead. A thief. Name of Garrett.
I've heard of him. Garrett. Known to be trifled with. That's what I heard.
Not anymore if he's had a visit from those two. Huh?
Over there.
These guys both have
Noise
pickpockets.
stopped. Guess it was nothing.
7 and 8. I like to try and get them immediately before they can go anywhere. And as strange as it may seem, this room they came out of is a perfectly safe place to stash them. No one else is going to patrol in here. In this room, blue chest, we got coins, total 1955. In here, 6 more coins. Total 2105. Flash bombs in the chest, and we did complete the loot objective. Loot the mansion for valuables, you need at least 2,000 worth. And we got more to read. Boys, while I appreciate your enthusiasm, I must point out that breaking legs is really rather inefficient if we wish our clients to be able to pursue their rather active lives in order to immediately repay their debts. I encourage your initiative in this area. Perhaps you might take a lesson from the gardener and his hedge clippers, who trims off one branch while leaving the rest to grow. And most of our clients do start with fingers to spare. Yeah, this guy's gross. Anyway, here's the staircase up. And it's actually the one I looked at before, the speed potion room. If we head out here, we circle all the way back to the main hall. Go through this room. There's a necklace on the table. Total 2305. And in this room, have a wine bottle and a gold goblet. Total 2380. Continue through here. And what do we find? Big empty room. The other courtyard door. The other staircase up to the second floor. So we're pretty much clear now. I think the only thing left we even need to worry about is Ramirez himself. So we head this direction. We have another empty room. And we have the wooden door down into the basement, which we have seen before. Alright, let's head down here. If you're keeping track, the only place we haven't explored now is through this big metal door. Let's head down there next. Let's go right first. Do you hear Burricks? That's what's down here. These would be Ramirez's babies.
What sort of a lunatic keeps these things as pets?
What sort of lunatic keeps these things as pets? We came down here for the dialogue line. There's nothing actually in here. And there you go. They're Ramirez's babies. A few less horrible things in the world.
Need to get a job. What was that?
This is the last
Should have
thing.
known. Nothing could get in here.
Right. Oh, what the
Maybe I should send some muscle after the stone group. Think the taxes will get... Would have sworn I saw something. Should have known. Nothing could get in here.
Alright. Get his purse. Club him.
It may be
2630.
time for me to move along now. Don't want to wear out my welcome.
So, time to show Ramirez who the real criminal mastermind is, break into his mansion and take what he values most, his wealth. The purse from his belt should make the point. It's 2630. That is the ninth pickpocket, and I believe the last one. Water arrow, moss arrow. There it is. You need this key to open these two chests. There's a papyrus in one. Raputo, Warden of North Quarter, Shalebridge, Newmarket, New Quarter. Blood sports, money lending, spy watching. Organization of about 20 subsidiaries, 50 personal tough boys and fireboys. Contact with Shemanovs. Webster, Warden of Docks, Eastport, Dayport. Rooftop breakers, protection and anti-protection services, smuggling, coin faking. 12 subsidiaries, 60 tough boys, 20-odd solo contractors. Strong foreign contacts. Victoria, independent fence, previously Raputo's. Dominants include thieves' pawnage of exotics, medicinals. No known organization, contact with second-tier nobility, Grand Library, and Order of the Vine. May have warden aspirations. Dorcas Goodfellow, Blackbrook Underguild Ambassador. Particular importable dominants include magical constructs, medicinals, and elemental crystals. All right. Two coin stacks there make 2680. coins there make 2705. That is all the loot. We got one more book to read. Willoughby Bright, Stone Market Cut Purse, skimping on gelt for the 5th time. Not worth the trouble. Public bounty of 200. Garrett, South Quarter Independent Thief. Denied cut 3 times. Sent Quince and Jackow out to shorten him. Overlord's Fancy, Gambling Den. Check with Raputo. Is it his? Either way, someone's not talking to someone they should. Alright, now all we have to do is leave. Now there are 4 extra guards. They're dressed as assassins. They spawn in no matter what. That does not mean they do not mean we tripped the alarm. We can still get out clean. Just kind of got to be aware of them and move carefully after you lift Ramirez's purse. There's one of them. He's between me and my preferred exit, which is through the water. So my favorite way out is just get to this little moat section, jump on in, and we're good. Yep, we didn't have it, so we got out of the mansion without killing anyone. We don't have to do home turf because I never tripped an alarm. All right, everybody. We handled that. Make a save here at the end of the mission because that is going to do it for my stream for today. Thanks to everyone who joined me. Thanks to the new followers. Thanks to all of my regulars for being here. I really appreciate it. It's always good to spend a little time hanging out with y'all, playing Thief. It's fun stuff. I am going to raid over to my friend Mellie's stream. She's playing Breath of the Wild. If you're a regular here, we raid over there all the time because she streams super late at night, and she's always still on when I go to bed. But she's really warm. She's really friendly. She's just an all around great streamer. Fun time. So I hope you'll follow me over there on the raid and give